man, but there was nothing that I could have done. It's like he gave me the out. You know Billy. Viejo, let me tell you this. I'm sorry he did. Dig? But I'm proud of the way he went. Real proud of the way he went. It's like, that's the way everyone should go when their time comes. Guns blazing, holding court in the street. It's like, if you want to play the game that way, but you don't want it to end that way, then you shouldn't play the game that way in the first place, right? Right. Our old man fought till the bitter end with us. I would have done anything for him, man. I would have gone with him to shake hands with Satan. Shit. I bet he's lonely down there. Taking all that fucking heat. He's always taken a lot of heat. But that day, he spoke like he wasn't going to enjoy the bread from the sting, but he still went on the hit anyway. It was like hard candy in a cheap soda shop. It's like, if you know it's going to be your last day, it's the time to stay in bed with them pussy-smelling pillows in your face. But he didn't care. And I think a lot of that he learned from you, man. You remember, way back in the day, on the rooftop, shooting Coke bottles off the edge. Man, he was bad with a pistol, and so was I. But that day, there was a bad juju in the air. And there was no wind, no feeling in the pulse, no taste in the mouth, no beating in the heart. The train didn't even make noise for us that day. There was a red light at every street corner. And he was bored, like we all get bored with the same old shit out here. You know how he always held his guns at in his holsters, chest high? Well, that day he held them at his waist, with his head and his heart held high, waiting for them buzzers in blue. And he stood there, waiting and waiting. And they came after him. And he was running. They shot him in the leg. He ran to a building, hobbled through the doors, went around the corner. They came after him. They thought he was dead. But he surprised them, man. Shooting caps in their asses. And they were all laying dead in the street. And those who didn't lay dead were playing dead. And I was laughing because as they were playing dead, I knew he was better than any of them in their shiny blue uniforms acting like semi-gods. He was a young, angry god taking his anger out on the fucking world, fighting God for a piece of the action. That's who he was, Lucifer, fighting Satan for a piece of the action. And the bullets were coming out of his power. And that was his power. That's why they had to kill him 3 times over before he died. He was a rebel in the middle of them all, and he never would have hanged up his gloves. They were on his mitts for good, and he held them tight.